Hi guys, I guess you can tell from the video, I quit my product design job. I carried my 2 legs and quit my international product design job, and I'm here to talk about it. After working for about 7 months, I made the decision to quit, and I thought it was very important to make this video to share my experience, lessons I learned, the process, and just generally update you guys on what is going on. So I didn't wake up one day and decide not to show up to any Slack meetings. It was just a bunch of things that happened and snowballed into me making this decision. When I actually got the job, I was really excited. Like, I announced it on Twitter. It was the job of any Nigerian designer's dream, to get a job that was paying in foreign currency, an international job, and I was really excited. I also thought that it was like the next step in my career, but a few weeks after I resumed, I realized that this was not the place for me, and it was so disappointing because I was excited about it and I really wanted it to work. The interview process was smooth, everything was fast, it was chilled, it was like stuff of dreams. It was very heartbreaking to me down the line when it occurred to me that I would probably have to start job hunting sooner or later, because it was just not clicking for me. Like, I didn't have major goals at that point apart from like doing good design work and being financially independent. So realizing that I'll probably have to decide to be back on the job market again was really not encouraging to me. So I decided to just stick it out for a few months, and I passed my probation period. Everything was going okay, not amazing, but there were just some red flags that were popping up. And a few months down the line, my contract got changed for really no reason, and that was when it occurred to me how much I was not valued as a member of the team. Things were just really off. I wasn't put on the interesting project, the feedback was literally non-existent, the communication was just not it. I don't want to go into details about like the day-to-day happenings that went on during my time there, but it was just not great. So since these things were going on and I could see the things that were happening in the company that I was not happy about, I started getting a lot of anxiety around work. So I would get anxiety whenever I hear the Slack notification. Yeah, that sound, I would get so much anxiety. I would find it really hard to leave my desk. Like, from when I start in the morning to when I finish in the evening, I would not leave my desk because I would be so anxious that I will not answer something on time or not be available immediately when they need me. Which was funny because sometimes I would send a Slack message and I wouldn't get an answer until like hours later from somebody. So it was just strange. Like, also I wouldn't have lunch because I wouldn't want to miss something. I stopped going out because weekends were the only time I had to recharge. So it really wasn't a healthy situation for me work-wise. And so I decided to start applying for other jobs. And I thought it was going to be easy because like I'd already landed this international job, but it was not easy. The automatic rejections I was getting almost immediately after I sent my resume. I got a few interviews, but nothing clicked. And there was a point, like I think for one of them I had like a design challenge, but I didn't go forward with it because I had this rejection fatigue. I was just so tired of just getting these rejections back to back. So after the rejection fatigue, I just decided to just stop applying for about a month and just do a bit of refinement with some things. And during this time also, I decided to focus on things that made me happy. I was going out more. I went on trips with my friends. I went to the gym more and all of that. And those things were nice. But then I could not get over the fact that I still had this job that I did not like, that was not working for me. So I had to start a second phase of my application, and this time I was more intentional about it. I watched a lot of videos about the interview process, presenting your portfolio, what should be in your portfolio, what should be in your resume, and I did all that. And I still got a lot of rejections, but I got like, I think a fair good amount of interviews, about like maybe 5 interviews, and I got rejected after some of the interviews, and those rejections hit more than the first time. After the first time, I got used to the automatic rejections, but a rejection after they've met you, I felt like I put in so much effort to portray myself so well and my skills so well, and that not happening or that not working out was very disappointing for me. After every rejection, I had to take like a day to just get over it, because it was really hurting my esteem as a designer. I realized that there were a lot of things that are wrong with the design, the recruitment process, because there was this company I applied for. I did like 2 or 3 interviews, and the design challenge question was literally a way for them to get a free review of their app. It was like an app review, but for their app instead of for another app. So they're just getting free feedback. And then I looked back and I realized that the company is still hiring for that role. So I mean, that's really questionable. There was another company that reached out to me on LinkedIn. I did like 5 interviews. Why am I doing 5 interviews? Like, what is it? And so that was really frustrating for me. Whew. That was rock bottom. During that period, I started journaling a lot because I was going through a lot of rejection that was so painful, and I was going just through a lot of self-doubt. It was this thing where, you know, I decided to go on a whole career change from law to design, and I really loved design. I loved user experience design. I love creating, and this thing that I was so obsessed about is bringing me so much pain and that even despite my experience, no one really wanted to give me a chance. I had to start journaling to just get those thoughts out of my head and just to rejuvenate myself. I also started praying a lot to God, and something that I realized also was during my design fellowship, we did this design career development template thing. I think I'll link it down below. But we did this career development plan, and you write the things you wanted from your next role or where you are now. And something I wanted was a lot of like mentorship. I wanted balance. I wanted feeling of collaboration, teamwork, appreciation, and that's what I tried to then manifest or journal about for my next role. So I quit before my birthday. I told God that I couldn't start a new age with that job, and I told God that what I wanted for my birthday was a new role, because if this doesn't click, I'm going to law school, and I don't want to go to law school. I also had to deal with the guilt of leaving. I'm someone that when a situation isn't working out for me, I will leave. But this time, because I'm answering interview questions asking me why I'm leaving my role after just a few months, I have to give interview correct answers. Like, guy, I can't even tell you what it is. I would just have to say that, oh, you know, I worked on multiple projects and this and that, and whilst letting know my experience there was great, but I'm ready for a new challenge. No, I literally was fighting for my life. I'm tired of this interview correct answers. And so I kept on applying. At this point, I was just tired. I was living on my savings. The reason why I didn't give up is because, like, I know that I'm going to be a force to be reckoned with in the design industry, in the creative industry. I'm very sure. And so when I was going through that struggle, having that conviction that I'm going to be a force to be reckoned with and I'm going to be the best of the best was what kept me going. And I just applied last minute to a particular place, and yeah, I got an offer. I didn't want to take that offer because it wasn't an international job and it paid less than what I was earning before. But I remember my friend tweeting something, and she was like, at this age you should optimize for experience rather than money. And as much as money is great, I realized that this place would give me the experience I needed, and those things that I put on my career development plan, I will be able to get them here. And I've been here for about a month or so, and I work with the best team, and I'm working in different aspects of design. You're seeing design and creating from a different point of view, and I'm so happy that I am designing and creating things. I'm pushing myself more. I'm thinking more creatively. I'm more confident in my skills. I'm more confident in giving and taking feedback, because I'm now in such a place that I feel safe, and I feel like the team there and the company, they really want me to grow and to be better as a creative and as a designer. That is where I am right now. So I have a new opportunity, a new job, and I'm so excited about it. But also, yeah, I know the period of waiting in between, especially like if you're a designer or even if you're just looking for a job, it's not easy. And that is why I decided to share also this journey, because when I was going through it, I didn't feel like I could talk to anyone. Only one person knew what was going on in my life during that period, so I didn't tell anybody. So I'm making this in case anyone is going through this and they feel like they're alone in this kind of waiting period, that there's someone out there that has experienced it, there's someone out there that knows how you feel, and you know, everything will come and everything will work together for good. So please don't give up, especially if you know that this is what you want. I'm just wishing anyone that is in this phase of life so much love. And also, if you've got to this part of the video, thank you so much for watching. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed listening to this. Please like, subscribe, comment, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.